Today's podcast is brought to you in part by Sarson Funds and General Provision. Sarson Funds, real, clear crypto.
Hi, everyone. Steve Sachs here with Sachs in the Morning. Last week I came down a bit under the weather and was really quite unable to send out 3 quality shorts. So this week, what we decided to do is go back to the archive and play 3 of our favorites. And next week, we're going to come back with our regular new content. That'll start on Monday. Take care. Have a great New Year's.
Your daily game plan for success. It's Sachs in the Morning. Steve Sachs.
Hi, Steve Sachs here with Sachs in the Morning. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about our mental approach in some of the things we do in our lives. Now, some people look at things and they think that this is going to be a miserable time. Well, I think that misery many times is optional, and it's all about the way that you handle something. I want to tell you a story today about a friend of mine. We'll just call him John. And John is a friend of mine that I've known for a long time. And as it turned out, him and I shopped at the same places. We ran into each other a lot as well. And on this one particular day, we wound up at the same clothiers because we get our clothes made at the same place. And John comes out of the try-on room. And, man, he just looked a little peaked to me. He looked like a little bit withdrawn. He's usually a real fit guy, and he just looked like he'd lost about 20 pounds. So his wife was there with him. And I said, John looks a little peaked. Maybe he ought to start working out or something more. She said, oh, no, he's been having trouble sleeping at night. He's been having these night sweats, and, he hasn't been working out very much. So we think it's just that going on. So John actually went to the doctor the next day. And about 4 days after that, I get a phone call from him, and he said he wanted to meet me for lunch. So we meet for lunch, and John tells me the story, how he went to the doctor and found out that he was actually diagnosed with stage 4B non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So as we sat there at lunch, I actually felt one of the tumors that was in his chest. He had them in his lungs, in his spleen. He had them all over his body. And a stage 4B diagnosis usually means that it's going to be curtains. Now, to me, this was obviously a huge shock. And it was John that was doing the consoling instead of the other way around. Because this man's attitude was almost cavalier about something that was just so horrible. And he was telling me that, look, I got a bad diagnosis, but basically what this is going to be is a 9-month inconvenience. I'm going to have to go through chemo. I'm going to have to go through radiation, and I'm going to have to beat this thing the same way that I would do anything else. Full on, face first, and I'm going to beat it. I couldn't believe that he was just okay with it, and because he felt that this is a course that he just had to take, and he was going to beat this thing. I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's been over 20 years now, and John is thriving. He's a big developer now down in Los Angeles, and his kids are growing up, and he's just doing phenomenal. Believe me, there's a lot of people that get a diagnosis like this and face it the same way that John did, and unfortunately just don't make it. So I think what it did was it gave him the best opportunity to beat something as bad as cancer. If it wasn't for his non-victimization attitude and the fact that I got a bad break, but I'm going to go ahead and beat this. If he hadn't approached it this way, who knows where he would have been. Now, look, there's a lot of people out there that are facing tough things as well. Health issues, addiction issues, maybe it's weight or an alcohol problem. I think that the best thing that we can do is to face it head on and with a great attitude. Great attitude goes a long way. It doesn't necessarily give you the ability to sidestep something like this. It just gives you the best ability to beat it. So just remember, we're all going to face some hardships in our life. It's never going to be easy. Many times we don't have a choice with some of the bad luck that happens in our life. But we do have a choice if we want to be miserable as we face it. And that's my short for today. If you like what you heard, give us a positive review, subscribe, and share. And be sure to listen to our monthly full-length episode as well. Remember, follow your emotional heart. Today's podcast was brought to you by General Provision and Sarson Funds. Sarson Funds, real, clear crypto. One of the more popular financial investments in the market today is cryptocurrency and blockchain. You've heard a lot about it. Bitcoin and others make the news on a regular basis. But it's a new currency and a new process that many of us don't really know or understand, and that's where Sarson funds come in. They build your confidence with knowledge of the investment. They're a leading educator for financial advisors and consumers. I know. I personally have investments with Sarson. They have a passion for cryptocurrency with a team that boasts a wealth of knowledge in the industry. More importantly, they have the resources to help us, you and me, learn about this new and exciting investment opportunity, like Cryptocurrency 101. It's yours by simply visiting the website and clicking on Education and Marketing. If you want to learn more, if you're looking to get a high-level Wall Street grade understanding of cryptocurrency and blockchain, visit sarsonfunds.com. They've helped me understand why this is a great investment tool and to better understand what it's all about. Sarson Funds. Real. Clear. Crypto.